What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están, buddies? Here and welcome back to another live reaction here on the channel. And today we're going to take a look at Germany beating Sweden in the last freaking minute. 2-1. 2-1 beating Germany, Sweden. Insane, absolutely insane. I was thinking that this was gonna go like that curse where the champion never goes through the first round, but I just gotta say I was really surprised with Germany. They never lost the cool. Germany are just Germany. They're a freaking machine. No matter what happens, they're always gonna be there, and you cannot count them out for good if they're dead. Like, you need to kill them right out. Double tap, boom, headshot, and then another one to make sure they are still dead, because Germany can always come back and hunt you no matter what happens. Insane, absolutely insane. That just cross, Royce, stop the ball, takes away, cross, boom, boom. Oh, golazo. Mwah. Incredible goal, man. Incredible goal. Germany went from being eliminated to being conditioned to being in a pole position to go through. Insane, absolutely insane. If they get a win now against South Korea, they most likely will go through, giving obviously having in count if Mexico beats Sweden. I want to check right now before moving on just into the analysis. I want to check out the table and check out the goal difference. So, for instance, Sweden are in 0 and Germany are in 0 as well. The goal difference, Mexico is +2, so Mexico are obviously going through. So it depends in Germany how much do they beat Korea for and how much does Sweden can beat Mexico for. So it's probably going to be, in my case, Germany, obviously, because it's going to be much easier to beat Germany, to beat South Korea rather than having Sweden beating Mexico. So I don't know. So first of all, I just got to talk about Germany at the start. Germany, the first half, were horrendous. They were really bad. The defense was all over. It was shambles. It was really bad. Rudiger and Boateng are just like, you can have one of those two players because those two are prone to make mistakes. If I was the manager, I would have brought on Boateng and Niklas Süle instead of Rudiger. Because Süle is just a much more Hummel style of player, a little bit more intelligent, who's not going to run as fast, doesn't believe himself to be like this huge center back, always does his job perfectly. Süle would be my case in that one. Rudiger is much more similar to Boateng, where they like to play a little bit more. They are a little bit more enthusiastic. They're a little bit more extravagant. They're a little bit more risk-taking. They're more risk-takers. So in that case, I would have had Boateng and Süle, because when we had Rudiger and Boateng, we just saw how that mistake originated into that almost penalty that some people believe are a penalty, some other people believe they don't. It wasn't a penalty, where Berg got pushed inside the box and he had like an open net to finish that goal. And it's just insane. We saw many mistakes at the back. It was really bad. And I gotta say that Boateng believes he's like the best center back in the world, but he isn't. He really isn't. He's really not bad, but he isn't as good as he believes he is. So he needs to stop thinking himself of being this huge guy, although he's a huge guy. But you know what I mean. He's not amazing with the ball at his feet. He's not as intelligent. He's not as smart and as clever as he may think he is. He's not. Next of all, I gotta mention how Toni Kroos was also kind of horrendous in the first half. He was also really bad. I never seen Toni Kroos play like this in the entire match, but almost like for the 90 minutes. Obviously, his performances is now going to be overshadowed because of that amazing free kick. But here on this channel, I don't care about that. Here on this channel, I'll talk the full 90 minutes. And the full 90 minutes, Toni Kroos was bad. He was really bad. He did a lot of mistakes that normally Toni Kroos won't do. And perhaps he even was decent for some time. But it's just we just hold Toni Kroos to such high level and high expectations that when he's not being presented with a good performance, the whole Germany squad really plays bad. They really go undervalue, and that's something that we need to criticize Kroos, because he's like the main creative, basically he's the main creative player in that Germany side, and especially when we take out Özil and when you take out Draxler, even less. So I think he had a little bit too much responsibility, and perhaps that's why he felt a little bit too pressured and just had to like do it all by himself. So in that case, I think that we must not criticize and not try to really put all the blame on Kroos for that horrendous first start. But to be completely honest, he was also kind of bad. Let me just change this TV screen because it's bothering me right now. I don't care. So now that is out of the way, we can take a look at how just how just insane were those very few minutes of the game. Sweden, there was a stat. After 10 minutes, Germany had 122 passes. Sweden had 6. 6. Not even 2 digits. 6. After 10 minutes. Germany had 122 and Sweden had 6 passes. Sweden went all in to defend. Like, if we were thinking that Iran's tactics against somebody like Spain were ultra defensive, my god, this is ultra mega super defensive. They was super defensive. Like, Berg was the only guy in front, like, there. Just like, he was the only player at least like 20 yards from the goalkeeper. And that's not even that far. You know what I mean? It's insane. They were really defensive. And I was like saying, are Sweden really going to hold on like this for the entire game? They had 2 counterattacks where they would have actually scored the goal. And I think that would have been a really huge impact to Germany. But it didn't came. At the end, the goal came from Toivonen, which an amazing goal. It was really good. He chipped it over Boateng or Rudiger, I think it was. And then over Neuer. Insane. Absolutely scenes at the Lich Stadium. Lich or Sochi? I don't know if it's Lich or Sochi, the stadium they're at currently. But it was insane. It was really good. I was really surprised about that, and I was like, oh my god, the story is gonna repeat itself. Germany, the champions, are gonna go out. The same happened to Spain. The same happened to Italy. The same happened to France. What's going on? But at the end of the day, Germany really are smart, and they are such a good solid team in the case of working with attitude and personality. If you give them a little bit of space, if you give them a little bit of a chance to breathe, they will take it, and they're gonna hold on to it to the last very few minutes. In the 45 minute, we saw the substitution obviously of Rudy before, because he got a sneakers like right to his head like a football boot. Oh, it was so bad to see, really. I cannot be able to take that myself. And then we saw, I think it was Draxler coming out on for Mario Gomez. Yeah, I think it was that. Draxler coming out for Mario Gomez. And Joachim Low, I could certainly see what he was going for. I certainly know that Germany, in that case, were going a little bit more for the let's play football, like possession style football, and try to find the passing lanes between the defense and the midfield. But it never happened, because I already told you, Sweden were playing super ultra mega defensive. But so he decided to change that style and change that tactic and actually go with a much more direct focused football, having all low crosses and having overhead crosses. So that's why he brought in Mario Gomez. He shifted Timo Werner to the left and shifted on Marco Reus to the middle. Marco Reus a little bit more open, so a little more fluid to be able to find the pockets, not pockets of space, but to find out the people who are unmarked, because he was so fast in that number 10 role, so he can move left, right, and center, just looking out and really commanding all that stuff. Toni Kroos, then it was going to be the back alongside with Gundogan, both like holding up here the two main midfield positions. And then you had at the back, you had Kimmich almost at the same level as Gundogan and Kroos, and even further, and the same with people like Jonas Hector. And at the back, you only had Rudiger and Boateng, and sometimes Rudiger even was higher up, and even Boateng sometimes was even higher up, working as another midfielder, like in the likes of Kroos and Gundogan, and Rudiger was just the sole defender at the back. So they were really pressuring Sweden at the moment, and you knew this goal was going to come. And the goal came by Michael Ross exactly. But this time around, they changed it out to do something more interesting. They realized that putting on overhead crosses into the head of Mario Gomez wasn't going to work, obviously, because you have people like Lindelof, Grankvist, and even your midfielders being playing a center back. So they decided to change to something that, in my opinion, was the main reason why Germany were able to get back into the game. And that was because they decided to do low crosses instead. They realized something that Sweden doesn't have that technical ability within the middle of the field, I'm referring to the midfielders as well as the defenders. Like in that compact area, that square, they don't have that technical ability, so they could really put on the low crosses, and they were going to be very fast and easy to handle for the German players. So Timo Werner, for instance, was absolute wonders in this one. For instance, they really like to shift from the right to the left, to the left to the right. So you put Boateng for the right, boom, cross all into Timo Werner, or Jonas Hector, boom, all over into Thomas Müller. I need to talk about Thomas Müller. He played really bad. I don't know what happened going on with Thomas Müller. He used to be one of the best players in the World Cup, but this World Cup, he has been really bad. Really bad. So Timo Werner, like I was saying, he was insane. He was absolutely insane. he had that ability of just simply drifting to the left and just cutting in when the time was right. The crosses were always on point, and he had exactly the decision of when to pass and when to be selfish and try to go for the shot himself. I was really impressed with Timo Werner, I gotta say. For me, he was the man of the match for this one, even though he didn't have anything to do directly with the result. He was insane. He was the best player in this game. Like, you could just see it from a mile away. He was insane. He was really, really good. So now I would like to hear your questions down below. Leave me some of your questions you want, and I'll try to answer them at the end of this video. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna try and look at the options of what Germany needs to progress to the next stage. So if we take a look at let me just take a look once again at the table. Germany. Let me take a look at the and plus we need to talk about that red card from Jerome Boateng. What the hell is Boateng doing? Like, he lost his mind? Are you losing your freaking mind? You have a yellow card. Like, how can you go? He knew he was going to get a yellow card, and he went for it. Like, he knew. It's impossible not to know. That challenge, you can see it from a mile away, knowing that that isn't going to be a yellow card. You're insane. Yeah, he knew that he was going to get a red card. Really, really, really stupid decision from Jerome Boateng, to be honest. Really, really stupid. Yeah, I was going to watch on the tables. So we got Mexico in 6 points, Germany in 3 points, Sweden in 3 points, and actually Sweden and Germany have the same goal difference, the same number of the goal difference, the same number of goals conceded and goals in favor. Exactly the same. It's really, really exactly the same. So surprising on that one, to be honest. But obviously Germany are on top because they scored 2 past Sweden. So in direct rivalry, they have a bigger goal margin. So it all depends now that Germany needs to get Germany would need to beat South Korea to go through to ensure that spot. So most likely, I think they will get the 3 points because South Korea is a team which certainly are going to open a lot more. And in that, they're going to have a lot more space for people like Timo Werner, people like Özil to find the space. So I'm going to go with Germany. I think Germany are going to go through depending on the result. If they would have gotten a draw, then I would have think that Germany won't go out, or like won't go through. But now that they got the win, it's really hard to think otherwise because they're gonna have that such great motivation. You don't understand how big this motivation can be because they were hitting low bottom. They hit low bottom losing against Mexico, and they were even gonna go even down like further if they would have drawn against Sweden. But now they get the win and they're motivated, and now they are really like turned up. They're excited. They're on a freaking run. They can start this. They can shift into 4th gear and actually go all the way. So I think Germany now is gonna be even harder. Like similar with Spain, where Spain hit low bottom by the Lopetegui incident. Spain against Portugal, good, but then against Iran, they weren't as good as well. But if we're not getting a good result again, if they would have gotten a good result against Iran, I think they would have just turned up. So Germany turned up in this one, but it's all about Sweden trying to beat South Korea. If they beat South Korea, no, if Sweden beats Mexico, they will go also to 6 points. But it's goal difference. It's goal difference. There are so many groups that are going to be decided by goal difference. Isn't that insane? Isn't that really insane? Like, goal difference, oh my god. And you have teams like Germany and Argentina depending on goal difference. That's how big this World Cup really, really is. Insane. Absolutely insane. I gotta say that now that I'm watching again these replays on TV, I gotta say that Sweden, they could have won this game. Like, they could have really won this game, but they never really played like they should have. For instance, in the second half, I would have just tried to sit back just like they did in the first game, and then just try and push a little bit more. And I think that would have given them the win. Try to get a goal, because Germany, like I said, defense was really, really bad. Bring on your fast players even sooner. Bring on Durmas. Bring on Soilelin. I don't know the name of that. Let me check it out. The name of that fast Moreno player. Isaac Kise Thelin, bring him on sooner. Bring Jimmy Durma sooner. Bring those players that are certainly going to give you that extra edge in the counter-attack positions, because sometimes we saw people like Lustig just being all wide open. And people were like, obviously Lustig is not going to run and overbeat somebody like Julian Brandt. So, I don't know. Oh my god, can we talk about Julian Brandt's shot outside of the box? It was, oh my god. To be honest, Sweden was completely dormant in that corner. They were really asleep, and then Julian Brandt did incredibly well to actually find himself in a good space without any Swedish player marking him, and then he did this powerful shot with his left foot into the bar, clang, and it went out. Boom. And Timo Werner also offside. Like, but just the crossbar shot, that was going to be such a great goal. Crossbar, clang, out. I cannot do this anymore. You could just see the goal coming. I knew the free kick from Toni Kroos was gonna go in. Like, I knew it. I really knew it. You could just see it. You could just see that it was going in. But that play between him and Royce, oh, insane. Absolutely wonders. Absolutely scenes. Incredible. It was in Sochi. Incredible scenes in Sochi. So good. So good. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed. Let me just check before you leave. Let me check on the fixtures for tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow I will actually be able to do reactions, because I have like a class of like university and stuff. It's not university, but you know what I mean. World Cup. Oh my god, my brain is dying. World Cup 2018. Okay, let me check. Tomorrow we start off with England-Panama, so no the most excited match. Then we got Japan-Senegal, which to be honest is like a decent game, similar to Mexico and South Korea. And now we have a more decent, incredibly well balanced, yeah. Poland versus Colombia, the last match of tomorrow. That's gonna be a good one. That really is going to be a good one, because whoever loses that match is out. Is out of the World Cup. Can you believe it? And whoever wins in Japan-Senegal is going through to the next round. So it's absolute do or dies in the next one. It's gonna be really good. How the World Cup is amazing, isn't it, guys? It's so good. So good. So hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed this video. Please remember to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.